I woke up last night to the sound of rustling noises in my room at 1 a.m. What demons from the pit of hell have come to visit me this time? Torchlight goes on. I'm looking around the room. I pinpoint where it's coming from. The corner is where the rustling sound is coming, and it's still going. It kind of sounded like this. I am now fully awake, adrenaline starts pumping, the big light goes on, I'm now staring at this corner of my room, looking around for whatever the hell it is. My first thought is, this is a mouse. There is a mouse in my room at 1 a.m. In that corner is my bin with a bin bag in. I thought maybe something might be in the bin bag causing that rustling sound, but then there were also a couple of parcels there and I thought maybe it's rustling those. The sound of the rustling stopped when the big light went on, which means to me that something conscious is aware that I am awake and I am looking for it. So old Sherlock Holmes over here enters the chat and deduces it's either a mouse, it's either a really big spider or some kind of insect. At this point, I'm screwed because I don't like any of those things. I pause, I'm listening, the rustle happens again. Neither of the parcels move, the bin doesn't move. Where is this demon hiding? Why me? Why now? So of course I start recording on my phone so I have some kind of evidence. You might be wondering at this point, Kate, just go to bed. If it's an insect, if it's a mouse, what can you do? I cannot go to sleep if I know something is rustling and moving around, especially if it's a spider, especially if it's a mouse. I see my shoe on the floor. I drop it. To see if it reacts, to see if it moves, nothing happens. This tells me that this creature is hiding, it is scared, it doesn't want to make a move when it knows I'm watching. Well, it picked the wrong human to play with because I'm recording for 11 minutes. No rustling, no movement, no nothing. Google tells me it isn't a mouse because a mouse would continue making the sounds regardless of if the big light was on or not. So I'm thinking at this point, a spider. I've now got my top and I'm flinging it towards these bins and parcels to see if anything's gonna scuttle out. Nothing happens. 30 minutes go by, no sound. I'm gonna be brave, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna show you who's boss. I'm standing there with my shoe, I move the parcel, nothing happens. I move another parcel, nothing happens. I move the bin, nothing behind that. And then what happens, you might be wondering? Well, the first parcel moved again of its own accord. And so now I'm thinking, shit, is it actually in the parcel? I go through that parcel, there's nothing in there except the wrapping and the remnants of the package. That's it. Nothing else in there. You're telling me that I woke up at 1 a.m. last night to stare at a package for half an hour straight and filming it as I went in case of damning evidence? Correct. It turns out that parcel packaging can actually move around when the temperature changes, but the absolute cheek of it to stop moving as soon as I turned on the big light. I'm running on 4 hours sleep because I stayed up last night to stare at an ASOS parcel.